All right, y'all, let's try this one more time. My apologies, y'all. Something's going on with YouTube today. YouTube is acting crazy. Let me see if this one worked. Hopefully we live this time. Somebody hit the chat really quick. Let me know if y'all can see the live, y'all. All right, now I can see it on YouTube. There we go. Let me go share this on the YouTube channel really quick. Hit the like button down below, y'all, when y'all enter. Let me know that you guys are here. Give me a second. All right. Let me put the hashtag Verzuz. All right, we here. All right, there we go. All right, don't forget, y'all, when y'all get up in the live, hit the like button down below. Let me know that you guys like these videos. Don't forget to share the video. Hit that share button down below. Share the video to your family and friends. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to 16 Bars yet, go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, if you're here live tonight, hit the live chat. There's a button down below for you to support the channel. Super chat. Hit the super chat and you can support the channel. All right, let's get into it, man. We're gonna be talking about the last Verzuz. We're gonna be talking about Verzuz that just passed. Cyprus Hill versus Onyx. And I gotta tell y'all, I haven't had time to watch it yet. I couldn't get to watch it. As we all know, it wasn't on Instagram, wasn't on YouTube. The only way to get it, you had to either go through the Fight app or go through Thriller app in order to watch it, or go to their website and be able to watch it right there. I see Tracy Sandy's in the building. Tracy, thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through to the live. Hit that like button down below. Tracy says, much love. Keep the fire burning. Yaga, yaga. Yes, we will. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's get into it. We're also going to talk today about the first label versus matchup. All right, so we're going to talk about what's predicted is coming in June. The first label matchup, and I'm predicting it's going to be Death Row Records versus Bad Boy Records, but we'll see. We'll see where it falls. I need y'all to hit the comments down below. Let me know, who do y'all predict to be in the first label matchup. It's coming in July. Hit the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about that. I see Alex is in the building. Alex Heron Jr. is in the building. Alex, thanks for coming through. Diamond Onyx is in the building. Diamond, thank you for coming through. Salute. NYC 187 is here. NYC 187, thanks for coming through. Don't forget, as soon as you come in here, hit that like button down below. So let's talk about the Verzuz that just passed, y'all. There's a lot of people all over YouTube. I'm going over YouTube, I'm going over Instagram, I'm going over Facebook, I'm going through all of these sites, and there's a lot of unhappy people out there. Unhappy because Swiss Beats and Timbaland decided, well, whoever's in charge, decided that they were not going to stream Onyx versus Cyprus Hill live on Instagram like they always used to. They also did not have it on their YouTube page. Verzuz has a YouTube page, so whenever I watch Verzuz, I have two devices. I have my cell phone on where I watch it on IG, and I have my TV on where I watch it on YouTube. So it was not available on IG to live stream. It was not available on YouTube to live stream. The only way you could record it is if you had Triller, if you had the Fight app. If you didn't have them already, you had to pay a one-time charge of $2.99, either per event or per month. So we're going to get into that. $2.99 to watch Onyx versus Cyprus Hill. There were some boxing matches as well, but we're going to focus on Onyx versus Cyprus Hill. $2.99 to watch a show. A lot of people on the internet are upset about it. We're going to talk about that today. Is $2.99 too much to pay to watch a Verzuz? This is what we're going to talk about here tonight. All right? So let's get into it here. All right. Let me see who else is here. Jason's in the building. Jason's here. Jason, thanks for coming through. Let me read some comments before I start up here. A few comments coming through. Let me read a few comments. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. NYC187 says salute. Diamond Onyx says Onyx love. Salute to you. Salute Diamond. Diamond Onyx says So Def and Bad Boy label perhaps. That'd be nice too. I was thinking about that too. I was thinking it might be So Def versus Sean Puffy Combs and Bad Boy. That's a good one too, Diamond. Jason has a comment. Jason says, I'm in the building. Sidebar, thanks for listening and liking my mixtape from a decade ago. Keep it up, Jason. Put some more mixtape out there. I'm definitely going to listen. If you even get it on Tidal or iTunes, I'm definitely copying me a copy. If you get a hard copy, I'm definitely sending my money over to you to get a hard copy, man. Keep doing your thing. I'm going to read Jason's comment again. I'm in the building. Sidebar, thanks for listening and listening to my mixtape from a decade ago. You're a tough critic, so I really appreciate it. Tough, honest critic as well. Thanks for that, Jason. Alex has a comment. Alex says, I want this label battle or a No Limit versus Cash Money. That's a good one, too. That's a good one too. No Limit had a crazy run, y'all. If you weren't around in the 90s, No Limit had a run. Cash Money Millionaires had a run too, yo. Yo, Cash Money was doing it, so I don't mind. I don't mind either of those, Alex. I would love to see Cash Money versus No Limit. All right, let's get into the show. Big Sugar's here. Big Sugar, what up? Thanks for coming through. So I'm going to give a lot of people that are talking bad about Verzuz is over, Verzuz is done, it's over, nobody's going to support it anymore, it's going to be trash going forward. I'm holding on to a big L for a lot of y'all. Every one of y'all that's saying right now that Verzuz is finished, it's a wrap for Verzuz. But you know what we're going to do? I'm going to read this right here first, and then we're going to go into we're going to get into some slides. Where can I find it on my phone? That thing is too small for me to read. I can't read that there. Anyway, you guys get the picture. I can't find it on my phone. Sorry. So, Swiss Beats and Timbaland creating wealth for black artists with Verzuz. Now remember, Verzuz so far, Verzuz has only been legacy acts. And when I say legacy acts, I mean older acts. Everything from Verzuz that I've seen so far is maybe 2005 and back. I really haven't seen anybody past 2005. I think the latest I've seen is Ludacris, Nelly, maybe the latest I've seen, but all of the acts that I've seen in Verzuz have been legacy acts. Okay, so what Swiss Beats and Timbaland has done is they've made a platform for people that's from the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s. They're able to put their music back out here again for a whole new generation and get their numbers up. Every time you see a Verzuz, every time a Verzuz comes on, the next following day, you go on to Tidal, you go on to iTunes, you go on to Spotify, you go on to Pandora, whatever platform you use, the numbers go up. This is not just me talking, this is facts. Go look at the numbers. Every time a Verzuz airs, everyone goes to their streaming platforms and the numbers go up. All right, so what we're going to do here today, we're going to start from the beginning. All right, we're gonna start from the beginning. Let's go back. Where's that one here? Oh, I didn't put that one on there. Give me a second. Let me put this one up in there for y'all. Hold up. Let me put this up here. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Hold up. Give me a second, y'all. Let me put this up. Hit that like button while you're there right now, y'all. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let me get these here really quick. Let me put these in right here. I hope they can go through while I'm on the phone. Let's see if it comes through, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me try again. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Technical difficulties tonight. It's been a crazy week. Let me try it again. Boom, let's go. Boom, let's go. All right. Upload, baby. Give me some good luck tonight. It's not letting me get it there. Let me try one more time, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry about this, man. Comment down below who you want to see in the first label matchup in the meantime. Who do y'all want to see in the first label matchup? We got some So Def. We got some Bad Boys so far. Hit the comment down below. Let me know who y'all want to see in the first label matchup. Oh man, it doesn't want to do it, y'all. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get this, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta get this for y'all. This is very important. I forgot to transfer these files, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, y'all. Oh, man. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta do this real quick. Oh, man. Alright. Alright, y'all. Doesn't look like we're gonna get this done here tonight. Let me try one more time. Camera might shake. Be careful, y'all. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Okay, there we go. Alright. I'm almost there, y'all. Give me a second. I'm almost there. Hit the like button down below. Y'all get the conversation going while I get this here. Give me just a few seconds. Alright, there we go. Let me see. Alright. Man. Alright. It's not going to happen, y'all. It's not going to happen. Too much things I got to do to get this file up. Let me try one more time before we go to it. Let me try one more time, y'all. Give me a second. We're going to get back to the conversation. I see G Mafia's in the building. G Mafia, thanks for coming through. Let me try one more time. Let me try one more time, y'all. If this don't work, we're going to get back to it. I'm going to have to do it the way we got to do it. Give me a second. Let me try one more time. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Come on, baby. Give me some good luck. Alright, doesn't look like it's... Oh, there we go. There we go. We're getting it, y'all. It's uploading. Give me a second. Thanks for sticking with me, y'all. I'm sorry, man. This is what's going on. I see Diamond Onyx says Alicia Keys and John Legend. Big Shook said, let's get another R&B verses. Okay. Diamond Onyx says, in my P voice, Jason. Okay, all right. Look like we got it. Let me transfer it over to my file here. Give me one more second, y'all. I promise you, this is gonna be well worth it, y'all. This is gonna be well worth it. I need these files right here. All right, this is gonna be well worth it. We're gonna get right into it as soon as I get these two files transferred over here. All right, boom. All right, we back. We back like we never left, y'all. All right, let's get into it. All right, what did I say before? Oh, I said we're gonna start from the beginning, right? So let me get this file right here real quick so we can start from the beginning. All right, let's get it right here. Here we go. All right, boom. Let me pull this up right here. So we all know how Verzuz started. Let me see what's going on in the chat. I see Diamond Onyx says, take your time. Thank you, Diamond. Let me see what else. Diamond, Jason said, Master P says he's not interested in doing the Verzuz. I'm going to get to that, Jason. I'm going to get to that. Birdman said, long as he gets paid, he's down to do it. I'm going to get to that. Jason got some good stuff going on there. I'm going to get to that, Jason. Don't worry. Let me see what else is going on. All right. I see what y'all saying. Diamond says $2.99 is a bet. Okay, we're going to talk about the price tonight. We're going to talk about that. G Mafia says do or die, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn's in the house. Biggie 50th celebration of Junior Mafia. Clinton Hills, Big Papa Frank White. Also here in New York City, they just released the MTA Metro card with Notorious B.I.G. on it. So go cop those Metro cards with Notorious B.I.G. on them, yo. All right, so the chat is live. Thank you all for sticking with me. I see Damian Jones is in the building. Damian Jones, thanks for coming through. All right, let's get into it, y'all. So, we're going back. I'm going to start back from the beginning. I'm going to start from the beginning. When Verzuz first started off, and again, today's topic is $2.99 too much to pay for each Verzuz? Again, the last Verzuz, Cyprus Hill versus Onyx, it was not live stream on Instagram. It was not live stream on Verzuz YouTube channel. The only way you could have watched it was through the Fight app, the Thriller app, and on Thriller.com. You either paid $2.99 to watch that one event, or you paid $2.99 per month. Okay, so $2.99 was the entrance fee to watch the latest Verzuz. When Verzuz first started out, Verzuz started out on Instagram. Okay, we all know that, right? We were in COVID. People weren't going outside, so most people were in their homes, and we had nothing ready to do to go out. So Verzuz was introduced to us by Timberland and Swiss Beats, and it took off. It took off. All right? We all know Verzuz was something that was in two different places. You see Swiss Beats, you see Timberland, they were in their venue. Swiss Beats was here, they were at their homes doing it live on Instagram. Okay, so we had a few Verzuz like that, 112 and stuff, Kurt Franklin. There were a bunch of Verzuz that were all limited to them being in a certain venue or in their own homes doing Verzuz. And we saw what happened sometimes. There were some technical difficulties here and there with some of those Verzuz. All right, so Verzuz started off at home, two different places. Okay, let's jump forward just a little bit. We're going to jump forward to the turning point for Verzuz. Okay, this is the turning point. Well, one of the first turning points. This is one of the first turning points when Verzuz evolved. Okay, so shout out to Beanie Man. Shout out to Bounty Killer. The first Verzuz that had two artists in the same room at the same time was Beanie Man and Bounty Killer. This was the first Verzuz that was streamed on Instagram with both artists in the same venue. It was amazing. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. This was the turning point for Verzuz. Okay, the world was starting to open up a little bit, you know, but this was in Jamaica. This was a little bit different. COVID was still rampant, but in Jamaica, they held this event at Tough Gong Studio in Jamaica. Okay, so this was an indoor event. They had Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, they had both families, and they had people behind the cameras on scene. So there was a crowd there. There was even, police were even called to the scene, and police came, and they had, Beanie Man even had to tell the policeman, hey, yo, you know we live right now, right? You know the whole world is watching you now, right? And eventually the police left, and they continued the show, and they finished the show. So this was the turning point with Verzuz. This is when Verzuz saw, you know what? If we can test people, give them their COVID tests, and they show negative, we can actually start doing some venues. We can actually start doing some Verzuz where artists weren't in the same place at the same time. So shout out to Beanie Man. Shout out to Bounty Killer. I'm going to show you guys the next evolution of Verzuz. Okay, we started off on IG. Beanie Man, Bounty Killer brought in a whole new dynamic to Verzuz where they took it outside. If you didn't watch a lot of Verzuz, this Verzuz here was between Gucci Man and Young Jeezy. Now, there were a few verses that were before this where artists were, I want to say maybe not the best of friends, but they were cordial. But this was the first verses where you had two artists that actually, that people said at the time hated each other. We all know the story. So, somebody from Jeezy's camp, altercation with somebody from Gucci camp, Gucci to the person's life. We all know. But this was one of the first verses where these are two men that just, two entourages came in. If you watch the video before this, guys came in their bulletproof cars. They had security with guns. But it was one of the more entertaining verses. But that's not what I want you guys to look at. What I want you guys to look at is look in the background. Take a look at the background. I'm going to hit some comments in a second. Take a look at the Ciroc bottles. Take a look at the promotion that started. It didn't start here. They were promoting stuff before this. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you all a picture. Look at the promotion. Verzuz started to get companies behind them. There was sometimes you would see Doritos bags on stage. Sometimes you would see Coca-Cola bottles on stage. Sometimes you would even see water bottles on stage. So now you have companies that are backing Verzuz. All right, I know Puff Daddy is in charge of Ciroc, but what I'm saying is Doritos is not, Coca-Cola is not. So now you have companies that are backing Verzuz, putting money into Verzuz. Okay, let me hit some comments before we move on, y'all. Thanks for coming through. Don't forget, if you're here right now, hit that like button down below. We're asking today, is $2.99 too much to pay for a Verzuz? $2.99. Is $2.99 per Verzuz too much? Remember, we get a Verzuz every 3-4 months, maybe 2-3-4 months. Is $2.99 too much to pay per Verzuz? Also tonight, in June and July, we have the first label Verzuz matchup coming. We're asking you guys tonight, who's it gonna be? I'm predicting Bad Boy versus Death Row Records. I seen Puffy, I seen Snoop, all comfy cozy lately. I'm just thinking they're working something out behind the scenes. So I'm thinking Bad Boy versus Death Row Records. Who do y'all think is gonna be the first label Verzuz? I see Big Sugar's here, G Mafia is here. Everybody's showing a shout out. Thanks for coming through. Jason said, Big Shug, yeah, the last one was Anthony Hamilton and Music Soul Child in February. It is time for another R&B Verzuz. So that, yes, that was an R&B Verzuz, and then we got the gospel, right? We got the BB and CC after that, right? The BB and CC versus Mary Mary was after that. So yeah, so February was one. Yeah. We need another one. Damon Jones says, I'm sorry, Bad Boy got it. Yeah, man, Damian Jones, look, listen, if Bad Boy goes against Death Row, listen, man, I like Snoop, y'all. I like Snoop. Snoop's my dog. I like Snoop. I like Daz and Corrupt. Lady of Rage is still around. They got some people that, listen, I'm going Bad Boy. Damian Jones, I'm going Bad Boy too, man. Bump that. Big Shug says, I want to see Chris Brown versus Usher. Woo! Chris Brown, Usher, I'm going with the veteran. I'm going with Usher if Chris Brown, Usher happens. Diamond Onyx got a comment. Diamond Onyx says, Big Shug, they're good, but I just see Hove murking someone more So Def and R&B trend. I would really love to see So Def do a Verzuz too, Diamond. Really. Jason said, Big Shug, Chris Brown declined several times. Again, Jason, we're going to get into that soon, man. NYC187 has a comment. NYC 187 says, labels don't want smoke with Death Row. Listen, I like Death Row, y'all. I like Death Row, man. Listen, top 3 albums all time. Top 3 albums of all time. I might put Doggy Style in the top 3 hip-hop albums of all time, man. I might. Thanks for that, NYC 187. Let's see what else is going on here. Eric Stone is in the building. Eric Stone said, what's up? Tribal Gigolo is here. Tribal, thanks for coming through. Tribal says, salute to the chat. G Mafia, salute. Diamond, salute. Jason, salute. Try, thanks for coming through. Tribal says, I'm not playing anything for verse. Whoa. Tribal Gigolo has a comment here, y'all. Oh, man. Wow. We're going to get back into it right now. Let me read Tribal Gigolo. Tribal says, I'm not paying anything for Verzuz. It should be free like when it first started. I'm going to take that and I'm going to continue what we were just talking about. I'm going to pause right there on Tribal's comment and I'm going to go into what we were just talking about. So I was just telling y'all, we started off on Instagram. We did our first live Verzuz, 2 artists in the same place, Beanie Man, Bounty Killer. We're doing Verzuz outside now in venues. Remember, this Verzuz with Jeezy and Gucci, that was in Ace of Spades, Diamonds, whatever. It wasn't a strip club. All right. We're getting big promotions now. We're getting Doritos, we're getting Coca-Cola, we're getting Ciroc, all right? So, the world started to open back up, right? And we started seeing more live shows. Now remember, Verzuz was something that was locked in to 2 different venues. Now, we're doing big shows. We're doing shows outside, people are coming out, the world's opening up, right? Okay, I want to ask you guys this. I'm going to ask Triborough this right now. Triborough had the comment. Let me read Triborough's comment one more time. And I see Sarah's here. Sarah, thanks for coming through. Sarah, I got to come. I'm going to get to that too. Nicholas McFarlane's here. Nicholas, thanks for coming through. I'm going to read those comments in a few seconds. Let me go back to Triborough's comment. Triborough says, I'm not paying anything for Verzuz. It should be free like when it first started. The world is open back up now. Verzuz is not in 2 different venues at 2 people's houses anymore. Now we're outside in big venues. We did Madison Square Garden. We did the venue in LA. We did the venue up in Harlem. We did what was the one when they did the Even Trina? Where was that? Even Trina. That was in Miami somewhere. We're doing big venues now. We're getting stage presences. We're getting lights. We're getting cameras. We're getting a cameraman recording. We're getting tickets being sales. People working the ticket doors. We got security holding down security. Who's paying for all of this, Triborough? Triborough says, I'm not paying anything for Verzuz. So now that Verzuz is now a concert series. And when I say a concert series, what I mean is that now they're doing shows outside. They're doing one every few months, 3-4 months per year. Verzuz has turned into a concert series. A little while ago, Jason made a comment. I think it was Jason that made that comment. Says that a lot of people have been turning down Verzuz. And up on the screen right now you see Little Flip. Vlad asked Little Flip, hey Little Flip, would you like to do a Verzuz? Yeah. But they'll have to pay me $1 million to do a Verzuz. This is not the only person that have said that. If you remember back for the Dipset versus the Locks, Cameron was campaigning to get paid to do that Verzuz. If you remember, they asked Mace if Mace want to do a Verzuz, Mace said they got to pay him to do a Verzuz. Who's paying these artists to do these shows? If these artists are saying, and I know Little Flip is not the only one. You trying to tell me, Triborough, you trying to tell me $2.99 is too much to pay per Verzuz. That's what you're trying to tell me, Triborough. $2.99 per Verzuz is too much to pay. I'm going to put something up here. I'm going to put something up here really quick. A very important. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? I'm going to put something up here really quick. Give me a second, y'all. Hit that like button down below, y'all. Support the channel. I'm going to put this up right here. Then I'm going to read this right here. This is Be Real. This is Be Real after the Verzuz went down. And again, you remember Onyx, Cyprus Hill Verzuz. I'm going to read some comments before I go into this right here. You all go ahead and read it. Let me hit some comments real quick. Thanks for that comment, Triborough. Triborough also says Rockefeller versus Rough Riders. Ooh, I'm going. You know where I'm going, Try, you know where I'm going, yo. The diamond is forever. I remind you, it's forever. But yo, Rough Riders got some joints too. But without DMX, rest in peace, X. Without X, they're not beating Rockefeller Records, yo. It's The Rock. They're not beating. Yo, come on, Triborough. You know better than that, man. Triborough says Bad Boy is done. Ooh. Ooh. G Mafia got a comment. G Mafia says Cash Money versus Ruthless Records. I'm going Cash Money. Cash Money deep. I'm going Cash Money over Ruthless. Triborough got another comment. Triborough says nobody on Bad Boy is even still on that label. That's pretty accurate. Puff will have a hard time getting those artists on the same page with him unless he actually pays them, which I think he will. Which I think most artists that are doing Verzuz now, they are getting paid for it. Most artists that are doing Verzuz, they're getting a conversation where, look, if you don't get paid, your streams the next day for the next month is this. So I'm thinking they're either getting a check or they're being convinced that after you do your Verzuz, your streams are going to go to the sky. So thank you for that, Triborough. G Mafia says Death Row versus Ruthless Records. I'm going Death Row Records on that one, man. Triborough said Death Row is winning. We got a comment from Sarah. Sarah, thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Sarah says, good evening, bars. It is too much when you can watch it after for free. Plus, if they have success at that price point, they are going to keep raising the price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay, we're going to get into that in a few seconds, Sarah. I promise you. Thank you for that comment. Nicholas McFarlane. Nicholas said Bad Boy versus Def Jam. Ooh, I'm going Def Jam. I'm going Bad Boy versus Def Jam. I'm going Def Jam, yo. I'm sorry. Sorry. Triborough says Jermaine Dupri versus Puff Daddy. I'm going Puff Daddy if that happens. Jermaine Dupri's my man. So Def. I like So Def. But Jermaine Dupri versus Puff. Puff all day long. JD wins that automatically because he's a real producer, not taking credit for things he hasn't done. Ooh, low blow. Oh, Triborough with the low blow, yo. Triborough, chill, man. Come on. Jason says, I personally think it's going to go back free. I think it was a fee only because boxing was involved. We're going to get into that in a second, Jason. Hold on. Let me read a few more comments. Hold on, Jason. We're coming. Hold on, Tri. I'm coming back to you. Hold on, Sarah. I'm coming back to you in just a few seconds. Triborough has a comment. Triborough says, both Swizz and Timbo are filthy rich. Last thing they need is to be charging fans to watch performances in our culture during a pandemic when people are dying and losing jobs. I got to pause there. I got to pause there. I got to pause there. I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to add one thing to it. I'm going to add Sarah's comment. Let me read these 3 comments right here. Let me read these 3 comments. I'm going to go back to Triboro's comment in a second. Sarah said the events are sponsored by big brands. Let the fans live. Diamond Onyx says, Jason, good point, but betcha that price goes up per what Sarah says here to say, heck, IG got a monthly subscription fee now. That's important. One more, I'm going to go back to Try. Triboro said, both Swizz and Timbo are filthy rich. Last thing they need is to be charging fans to watch performances in our culture during a pandemic when people are dying and losing jobs. I gotta stop there. I gotta stop there. I gotta stop there. I'm gonna stop there. Hold on. I gotta stop right there. I'm gonna read a few comments here. These are. I'm talking directly to all of these people here. This is a comment from somebody online. Fear of a Slack Planet. They thought people would pay to watch Verzuz that we got for free. People are outside now. It ain't gonna happen. R.I.P. Verzuz. That's what that person said. Hold on. There's another comment here. This is from somebody named Boogie. Boogie said, damn, Verzuz really fumbled with the community and culture. And it's sad to see black people really have to do a better job with owning our business and stop selling our... I know it can be difficult sometimes, but man, it's really a damn shame. I'm going to read some more comments. Triboro, Sarah, Jason, y'all hold tight. I'm coming back to y'all. Y'all hold tight. This is what you guys are saying. This is somebody else. Malik Bryan, Verzuz won't last if people have to pay for... I'm going to read a few more. You guys stay right there. These are all of you. These are you people out there that are saying these things. Hold on a second. This is another comment here from someone named Tyson. Making people pay for Verzuz now is whack. All right, that's what that person said. I'm going to read 2 more. Let me read 2 more. Read just 2 more. Let me read 2 more, y'all. Stay with me. Let me read just 2 more of these comments here. This person says, yeah, I found out last night they are charging. I was like, oh well, I won't be watching it. LOL. I'm going to read 1 more. Let me read 1 more. Let me read 1 more comment from you people out there on the internet. You internet people that don't want to pay for Verzuz. Let me read 1 more. Let me read 1 more. Let me read 1 more here. This is a good one. This is a good one right here. This is a good one right here. Hold up. This person said. This person says, yo, what happened to the IG Live? I thought that was for the culture. I'm going to pump my brakes right there. And I'm talking directly to Sarah, directly to Diamond Onyx, and directly to Tribal Gigolo, and all of the people out there that are saying that they're not going to watch Verzuz if it's not free on IG, and they're not going to pay $2.99 per Verzuz. And listen, before I say this, listen. You make your money. I don't make your money. I don't go to work for you. I don't sweat and bleed for the money you're making. Everyone out there that makes their own money, you can do whatever you want to do with your money. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. All right? But I'm going to take all of that all of you just said, all these people are saying, you're going out there and paying $200, $300, $400 for a pair of Jordans, right? You're out there buying Jordans like crazy, right? You only want to pay $2.99 to watch 2 of your favorite MCs or 2 of your favorite acts. $2.99. You're out there buying $1,000 iPhones every single year. Not all of y'all, but you know who you are. You know who you are. Every time Apple puts a new phone out, you're online. Line up for it. Every time Apple puts a new device out, you're online ordering it. You got an iPhone in your hand and you're getting on the bus and you don't want to pay the bus fare. You buying $1,000 iPhone and you don't want to pay $299 to watch your favorite old school artists. How many of y'all have Netflix? What was Netflix when Netflix started? Netflix started at like $5.99, $6.99, right? When Netflix first came out, Netflix was about $5.99, $6.99 to watch Netflix, right? You can cancel Netflix whenever you want, right? So nobody's telling you to keep paying per month for Netflix, right? But if you wanted to watch a show, a movie, a series, you pay that $5.99 to watch Netflix, right? How much is Netflix now? $13, $14, and they're raising it again? Y'all still got Netflix, right? Y'all paying that monthly fee for Netflix when you're not even watching it, right? Half of y'all ain't even watching your Netflix, but you're paying that $13.99 for the Netflix, right? You fake Gucci belt wearing people. I'm talking to all of you fake Gucci belt wearers. All of you guys that want to wear the name brand hats, the polo hats. How much a polo hat cost? Alexander McQueen, Moschino. All of these brands where you would never even see the owner of those brands in your neighborhood. Timberlands. When was the last time the owner of Timberland opened a Timberland store in your neighborhood? But you buy Timberlands all the time, right? How many video games do y'all play? How many video games do you guys go out there and purchase? What are video games now? $60, $69.99, $59.99? I bet you got that brand new Madden. I bet you got that brand new NBA Live or the new 2K. As soon as 2K gets announced, as soon as Call of Duty gets announced, you're jumping on board and you're buying the Call of Duty. It's probably picking up dust right now. But you won't pay $2.99 to watch your favorite legacy act. Nobody's telling you to pay I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to everybody. Nobody's telling y'all to pay $2.99 and keep it. You can pay $2.99 and watch one Verzuz. The next one come out, you don't like it? Brr. You watch the Verzuz, you cancel it. You won't pay $2.99 for a Verzuz. You up in the club. You balling in the club with the $300 bottle of Ciroc. Your $300 bottle of Henny. You're paying $300 for the new tequila. What's that new tequila cost? The new tequila that just came out. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it, man. From the actor. The actor has his new tequila. I can't remember the name of the tequila. You're out there buying big bottles in the club. $200, $300 bottles. That same bottle of liquor you could buy down the liquor store for $30, $40. You're paying $400 in the club for it, but you don't want to pay $2.99 to support your own cause. The last Beyonce and Jay-Z concert you went to, it was $200, $300 for the nosebleed seats to go see Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce is charging you $300, $400 to sit up, and you can't even see. You can't even see who it is on the stage. Oh, you want front seats? Oh, you $1,000 easy. You want to sit front row to see Bay and Jay? $1,000. You just supported the Larry Hoover concert with Drake and Kanye. Yeah, I saw y'all online. I saw y'all. All Drake and Kanye did was put a bunch of smoke up in the stadium, and they're walking around, they're looking like clowns, and y'all paying $1,000 to get to go see a free J Hoover concert. Where's J Hoover? Is he out? Is he free? Where did the money go that they made for that concert? Oh, you don't know. Oh. Wu-Tang Clan is doing their concerts now. You think Wu-Tang Clan is going to have a free concert? LL Cool J just announced the Rock the Bells concert. You think the Rock the Bells concert is going to be free? You think this stuff is supposed to be free? Let me put this back up here. I'm going to put something back up here. I'll put something back up here. Put something back up here. This is very important. I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see this here. I'm putting this back up. I'm putting this back up here for y'all to see. Hit the like button down below if you're here right now. Don't forget, support the channel. Hit the support PayPal button down below. Support the channel. Swiss Beats and Timberland creating wealth for black artists with Verzuz. I've been telling y'all for months and months and months and months. Back in the 90s, a lot of artists were selling records. Some of your favorite artists were selling thousands and thousands, millions of records. A lot of them have nothing to show for it. A lot of your legacy act artists from the 80s and the 90s, early 2000s, they were selling a bunch of records for these record labels and they have nothing to show for it. Whenever one of these acts do a Verzuz, whenever any of these acts do a Verzuz, the next day for the next few months, their streams go through the roof. You claim that you like these artists, right? You claim that these artists are your favorite artists, right? This is my favorite artist, and back in the day, oh, I love this song. Oh, I love that artist. But you don't want to support the artist. You want to keep getting this for free. But all those other things, you're paying for all of that other stuff. So you telling me if a young girl around the hood set up a lemonade stand and she's doing charity lemonade, giving away lemonade in the hood. Hey, Tom, come get a lemonade. Hey, try it. Come get a lemonade. Try it. Come. Sarah, come get a lemonade. And she's giving y'all free lemonade for months and months and months. You telling me if one day you walking down that same block and you see her lemonade stand and now she has $2.99 on that lemonade stand, you won't buy a lemonade from her? She been giving y'all free lemonade for months. You've been walking down the block thirsty as hell coming home from work. I'm just saying, thirsty as hell. You're out there sweating, getting out your car. You're driving by, oh, there go the lemonade girl, she got free lemonades. Oh, let me get a lemonade. Oh, this lemonade is good. Oh, This is a 1992 lemonade. 1992 was a great, oh God, this is a 1996 lemonade. I love that year. You're telling me one day you come down that block and she has a sign up, $2.99 per lemonade. You're not gonna buy one of her lemonades? Yo, listen. I'm gonna put another slide up here for y'all. I'm gonna put something else up here for y'all. I've been telling people for a long time, Verzuz has now turned into a concert series. And a lot of people have voiced that they were upset with this last Verzuz. I just showed you all. Let me go back to the Be Real first. Let me go back to the Be Real quote first. I didn't read it. Let me go back to the Be Real really quick, y'all. Give me a second. Go back to Be Real's quote. So this is Be Real from Cyprus Hill. This was his statement after the verses. So Be Real said, "I have to say, although it was great to rock out with my brothers Onyx in the verses battle, I felt like Verzuz shorted us all by not running it on IG Live like all other battles. That's incorrect. They made it a pay-per-view event and made the battle a sideshow for the boxing matches instead." That is slightly incorrect. This is not the first Verzuz that had a boxing match attached to it. The Dipset versus the Locks, I'm pretty sure that was a UFC event or something like that. They also had an event before the Dipset versus the Locks. So that statement is incorrect. There have also been Verzuz where they've had DJ competitions before the event. Okay, so that is slightly incorrect what he is saying. This is not the first event that they've had an event before the Verzuz. There have been other Verzuz where they had events before the Verzuz. So this is not the first one. Okay, I'm going to go back to the slide before, and before I go back to it, let me just read this again here. I'm going to read something else for you guys. So Onyx had also said something. I saw Onyx had said, let me just read what Onyx had said before we go into this right here. Onyx said, and I quote, "The culture don't pay for nothing." That was one of the quotes from Onyx. And again, that's his opinion, but the culture pays for stuff. Some will and some won't. So I put up a picture of Eve and Trina on the screen here. And Verzuz is never going to be what it used to be. We started out this show showing you that Verzuz started as an Instagram app show where there were two different artists in two different locations. They were on a screen, on an Instagram screen, doing the Verzuz. Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, they changed that. They started doing Verzuz in one venue. It was a hit. It continued. The world started to open up. Now, artists are out doing venues, doing shows. This was a show with Eve and Trina. And I don't know if this was a test pilot, but I can see in the future, because if you watch this Verzuz, they weren't in the same place together. They were in two different venues. Trina was here in Miami, live, in front of a stage, performing, which was jam-packed. Live show. Trina was here in the US, and Eve was over in the UK. Eve was in a studio, it looked like. It looked like she was in a studio doing her performances. So there were a few technical difficulties with that show, but if you watch the concept of how they did that, they are setting up these Verzuz for this. They're going to continue to do the shows, and they are going to experiment with another Verzuz where one artist is going to be in America, one artist is going to be maybe in Africa, maybe in Jamaica, maybe another country. This is coming. Verzuz has evolved. Verzuz is not going to go back to just being on Instagram only. So my perfect world for a Verzuz, whenever Verzuz come on from here on, yes, you want to have it on IG where people all around the world, people here in the US that cannot go to the venue, they can watch it on IG Live and experience it. They also have to keep it on their YouTube page. Again, YouTube has a huge platform. So they can run it on their YouTube page, get all the YouTube views, get paid from YouTube as well. They also have to keep it on Triller, keep it on Fight, and charge $2.99 for it. Okay? If they keep it that way, people that want to get the whole experience that's not at the concert, they can pay $2.99. I don't know if you're watching right now, I don't know if you ever watched Verzuz on Triller or on the Fight app, but I watch it on my big screen TV and it's amazing. Nice camera view, Sounds amazing. You can get the full experience when you watch it on the Fight app and on the Triller app. So I've seen it on the Triller app before. I've watched it there. I've watched it on the Fight app before. So that'll be the perfect way to keep it. And then again, also, they have to keep on doing these concert series. Verzuz, again, this is something for the artists. This is something for the legacy artists. I'm not saying that all of these artists that are coming on Verzuz are not successful or not wealthy, but this is something that is helping these artists. If you look at Verzuz, there's a lot of these Verzuz that were from guys or females from before, from the 80s, from the 90s, early 2000s. So again, I don't want to tell anybody how to spend their money. I'm not going to tell you. You can spend money however you want to spend your money. But if you're not willing to pay $2.99 to watch a Verzuz, I'm not saying pay $2.99 and subscribe. But if you say you're a fan of hip hop, you're a fan of music, you're a fan of the culture, if you say you're all those things, and if they're giving it to you on IG, they're giving it to you on YouTube, they're giving you an opportunity to come to the concert, buy a ticket, and come to the concert, and they're also giving you an opportunity to pay $2.99 for it. I don't know what to tell you. I want to hit some comments because there's been a lot of comments in here. I'm sorry I missed all the comments. I had to get through some of the stuff here. But let me read a few comments, see what y'all talking about in here. Thank everybody for coming through as always. Let me see what's going on. Let me see. I missed a lot. Who I see? Boogie is up in here. Okay. Nicholas here. All right. Okay. All right. I see some heads up in here. Nicholas McFarlane. All right. Let me see where we're going. I'm gonna go to G Mafia. G Mafia said the difference between Death Row and Bad Boy, Death Row didn't support their ladies like the East did. Interesting. Okay. Jason says Onyx says Swizz and Timbaland had nothing to do with the charging fee. It was Triller. All right. Thanks for that, Jason. Big Shug says YouTube channels be streaming the Verzuz battles for free. Watch them there. All right. Thank you for that, Big Shug. Jason says, my point exactly, 16. People are complaining about $3. LOL. Shaking my head. Triborough has a comment. Triborough said, you stated something that was free for this culture and switched up because you sold your idea to a bigger corporation just to be greedy. So was it really all about the culture? Triborough, I think yes. Because if you followed the whole saga, remember, when I forgot what artist, I think after they did the Ja Rule and Fat Joe, they said that when they sold it off, everyone prior to that, they got a stake. I think they either got a check or they got a stake in Verzuz. So all of these Verzuz that came after the Ja Rule and Fat Joe, all those previous artists that had a stake now in Verzuz, I think they are all getting paid. Don't quote me, but they're all getting paid down the line. And again, yes, I think people can still watch it on all these free sites. But if we're talking about paying a $2.99 fee to go for the money going towards these artists are not doing Verzuz free anymore. You saw what Lil Flip said. You seen what Mace said. You saw what Dipset said. There's a lot of artists that are not doing Verzuz if they're not getting paid. And if this $2.99 plus what they're getting paid for the entrance fee going to the concerts, if you don't pay the culture, if you don't pay these artists, why should the artist show up to do a show? Why am I going and rehearsing? Why me as an artist? Why am I going and rehearsing? Why am I traveling to a city to go do a show? Just for the culture. I love the culture, but I have a family too. I have to make money too. Why should we get it free and they have to work and not get paid for it? Tribal, thank you for that comment. Tribal says, I got a jailbroken Fire Stick. I don't play. I feel you, Try. I feel you. I need one of those. I need one of those. Jason says, your fake Gucci belt wearing people. LOL. There's a lot of them here in NYC, Jason. You know that. Sarah got a comment. Sarah says, Jordans, not me. I don't have an iPhone, not me. MetroCard carrying, that's me. When Netflix jumped to $15.99, I said, bye. Me too. I was like, yo, I'm not going up anymore, Netflix. I have CDs, and that works fine for me. I can't give all of the services my money. And I totally understand that. We had a conversation some weeks ago about all of these different streaming services that they are now. They're just way too much. I know Apple has a streaming service. I want to watch some stuff on that Apple streaming. I'm not paying for that. I know Peacock got a new streaming now. They got the Bel Air show on there. I'm not paying just to watch that. So I agree. I slightly agree, Sarah. There's some of these streaming sites I'm just not going to pay for. So Tribor says 16. Stop the capping. Tribor with the low blows today. Diamond Alex says $4.99 IG is they're about to charge. Now plenty of platforms are. Again, if it's going to be free on IG, cool. If they're going to charge $4.99, is it just to watch them all, or is it to watch one Verzuz? But again, $4.99. Is $4.99 too much to watch Onyx and Cyprus Hill perform? I'm just asking. Triborough says, the minute IG starts charging, I'm leaving at Diamond Onyx. Okay. Triborough has another. Triborough says, you paying $2.99 for Verzuz? Yes, I would. I actually, on the night of the Verzuz I was searching around for it. I couldn't find it on IG, couldn't find it on YouTube. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I can't believe this. So I went on the Triller app, and it had the $2.99 pay. I was like, oh. But you know what? I said, let me download it. I couldn't download. I tried to pay, and it wouldn't take my payment, man. So I really didn't get to see it. But I was trying to hit the $2.99 one-time payment, and it just wouldn't go through. I tried it on my TV. I tried it on my laptop. I tried it on my device. It just wouldn't take the payment. It had like an error message. So I think maybe the app was overloaded. It couldn't process it, but I didn't get to see it. But yes, I am willing to pay $2.99 per Verzuz. Yes, I would watch it on IG free, first of all. Yes. I would watch it on YouTube free. Yes. If they give it to me free, yes, I'm going to watch it. But if my only choice is to pay for it, I'm going to evaluate how much you're asking for it. If you're asking $10, yeah. If you're asking $20, $30, yeah. $2.99, in my opinion, is not that much to watch Onyx and Cyprus Hill. That's just me. Thanks for that, Tribor. Tribor said, this is an epic rant. Tribor be going in, yo. Sarah got a comment. Sarah says, I don't go to concerts. I don't bottle pop, and I'm not going to help them make $9 mil plus for each event for being an event coordinator. Ooh. 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 Oh, it's getting hot in here, yo. Okay. Again, I think that if these artists are doing practice runs, they're practicing, getting ready to do these Verzuz. Some of these acts, this last Verzuz was in California. So Onyx has to travel to California. They have to do rehearsals before that. They have to perform. Listen, me as a person, I have a job. I am not going to my job if my job is not going to pay me. I'm sorry. Why should I do a concert for all of these millions of people when these millions of people be buying the most nonsense? Me, I'll take me for example. I buy a canned soda every few days just for the hell of it. I like canned soda. I buy Kit Kats. I shouldn't be eating Kit Kats. I gotta lose weight. But Every few days I buy a Kit Kat. I like Kit Kat. I go to the store and I go to buy ice cream. I like Haagen-Dazs ice cream. It's like $6 a pint now, but I buy it because I like it. My point is, it's to me, it's not a lot of money. And if I'm gonna do something, I would expect to get paid for it. Why should these artists do all this work and not get paid for it? That's just me. Triborough says, and I thought Kanye had the best rants. Oh man, you're going in, man. Oh man. Triborough said they lied to the public, Six. The minute they got an offer to sell their platform, they went for the bag. Thriller can do whatever they want now with Verzuz. It's not about the culture for them. I can understand that. I can understand what Tri is saying. I can understand that when Timbo and Swizz first started doing Verzuz, we were in a pandemic, we were locked down, we were on our phones, and we were watching performers in their homes doing Verzuz. I can understand that. Once Verzuz started to go outside, hold on a second, hold on, Try, hold on. Once Verzuz started to go outside, once artists started to go to different venues, once artists started to travel to different cities, once artists started rehearsing for a Verzuz, once crowds are now coming to watch your Verzuz, and I understand people are buying tickets. I think the New York City, the tickets were like hundreds of dollars for that Dipset versus the Lox. Tickets were crazy for that. Once people are starting to pay for tickets, somebody got to get paid. And I don't care if they sold it to the corporations, the artists are still making money. All of these artists that we are seeing now that are doing Verzuz, they're making money. Whether it's making money through getting paid to do a Verzuz, whether it's making money through ticket sales coming in, whether it's making money through their streams going up. So you're trying to tell me they don't deserve to get paid for their work? You got us sitting here saying that they don't deserve to get paid for their work. Shout out to the Lox, shout out to Dipset, one of the best Verzuz out there. I'm going to hit some of the bottom. Let me go down to the bottom. Jason says, I paid and I saw it. It was cool. Their performance was good, but the crowd wasn't into it like that. It was like they were there for the boxing. Okay, I have yet to see it, Jason. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to try to see if they got it free on Thriller again. I'm going to check it out soon. G Mafia has a comment. G Mafia says, I ain't wore Jordan since Martin went off the air in 1997. I still got my VHSs. Ooh, I need some DVD, Blu-rays, man, G Mafia. The original copies. You gotta step it up, G Mafia. You need some Blu-ray, man. Come on, man. Come on. Diamond Onyx says, no thanks. I gotta go back and see what Diamond's talking about. Jason says they get paid $150,000 to do Verzuz, sometimes more. I'm gonna pause there. I'm gonna read that comment again. Jason said they get paid $150,000 to do Verzuz, sometimes more. And I agree that they should. I agree that they should. And you see all of these artists now that are putting out a lot of garbage. And they're doing big numbers. I'm very happy for these legacy acts. I'm very happy for Trina. I'm very happy for Ashanti. I'm happy for Jara. I'm happy for Fat Joe. I'm happy for all of these artists. DMX, before he passed away, he had an amazing verses. The Locks, people got to see the Locks and see what they're about. Their streams went through the roof. I'm happy for these people that they can make this money with this. And people say this is not for the culture. The culture's getting paid now. Back in the 90s, a lot of these artists weren't getting that kind of money. The record labels were the one making the big money. The record labels were the one putting out a $15 CD and paying the artist 7 cents on every CD. So Jason, I'm very happy that these artists can make $150,000 on one of these verses, and then the next day their streams go up for a whole few months. They see their stream numbers go up. Next thing you know, they're back out on tour again. I'm very happy for that. Shout out to Swiss Beats. Shout out to Timberland for creating verses. Thank you for that comment, Jason. Jason says they get paid and shares of Thriller. Yes, I remember when they sold it off. The first, I think it's all of those that were Ashanti and not Ashanti. It was the Ja Rule, Fat Joe. Everyone before that, I believe they're getting shares from Verzuz. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, hit the comments. Tribar cut a comment. Tribar says, even the artists are complaining. So what does that tell you? Because it's still all about the fans for some of them than chasing a bag. I do agree, like I said, Tribar, I do agree that initially them doing this verses like this and not telling the fans that they weren't going to air it on IG and YouTube, I think that was a mistake. Whoever is in charge of the promotion of Verzuz, they need to do a better job next time of alerting the fans what to expect, because there were hundreds of people. I was online that day, days after. A lot of people were trying to get on to try to watch it. So I think they fumbled the ball with letting people know how to watch the Verzuz for this event. But again, moving forward, I think the perfect way that Verzuz can continue to do the Verzuz, they have to keep doing the concerts. Keep doing different venues around the country, maybe even do some abroad, maybe even do one like they did with the Trina versus Eve. Two different countries, keep doing it like that. They have to keep it on YouTube, where people can watch it for free on the YouTube Verzuz app, and they have to keep it on IG and keep it on the IG app. And I believe they also need to keep it on Triller for $2.99. Listen, I work in sales. And one of the things about sales they teach people is that don't ever think about somebody's pockets. Okay, whenever you're selling something, put your price out there. Let the customer make the choice. Don't ever think that a customer cannot afford this. You can afford. Whenever you see a customer or potential customer, don't ever think that that person can or cannot afford something. You get your price. You put your price out there. Let that customer make the decision. If they're going to put it on IG for free, you can get the customers there. If they're going to put it on YouTube for free, people are going to go there. If they're going to put it on Thriller and somebody wants to get the big experience and pay $2.99 for it, people are going to go there. People go to the live shows. Me, I'm not paying $200-300 to go to a concert to watch certain artists. But, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce and all of these other big name artists, they charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars for concert tickets. People pay it all the time. So my perfect Verzuz try is you give the people options and let them choose which option is best. We're going to get ready to get up out of here, y'all. It's past an hour and 13 minutes. Man, yo, thank you all for coming through tonight. Don't forget, y'all, hit the like button down below. If you want to support the channel, don't forget PayPal, 16barshow@gmail. Tomorrow, Freestyle Friday, we got another crazy Freestyle Friday coming tomorrow for y'all. This weekend, we got another episode of Rating of the Bars coming over the weekend, so look out for that too. Next week coming up, we got some more album reviews. Don't forget, y'all, watch the part 1, part 2. We get paid for those. The full album review, we don't get paid for those because we play the music throughout those. So YouTube hits us with the, you know, so if you can, always watch part 1, watch part 2. Those are what we generate revenue for. The full videos, watch them too. It's a better experience, but We don't get paid for those from YouTube. All right, yo, it's your boy Onslaught Tree. I'm gonna hit a few more comments before we get up out of here. Let me hit 2 more before we go, man. Thank you all for coming through. I'm gonna hit Sarah and I'm gonna hit Diamond Onyx. Sarah says pay for as in-person concert, but Verzuz never. And Diamond Onyx says try borrow. Please research it because they are for subbies, a new service that they got. So try it, check it out what Diamond's talking about. Again, y'all, thanks for coming through. I'm gonna see y'all next Thursday. Don't forget Freestyle Friday tomorrow, yo. Turn your notifications on. This one's